We just pushed it down away a little bit, but we still got some hard decisions, and it's not over with yet. And next year, for 12 months, we got to go through this process of figuring out what is in our best interest, what services we want, what's our priority, and maybe look at, and what I'm saying is, it's not just a park problem, it's a budget problem. And that's what everybody is focused on now. And that's what I'm elated about, that we are now all on the same page, that we got to work together to make this thing happen.
Did the committee's budget recommendations help convince you to take this action?
Well, there's some things in there we can use, and again, I talk with each member of this council about what they need, so where we are, and we all gave a little bit. And the thing about it that I think is most important is, we gave a little bit on the idea that you got 12 months to figure this out. They gave a little bit on that you still got to make some cuts. So everybody gave a little bit. That's what compromise is. Everybody gave a little bit, but even more importantly, collectively, we're on the same page. I think that's the most important part.
One of the parts of the original plan by you was part of it was going to be cuts, part of it was going to be dipping into the reserves. Are you still going to have to dip into the reserves at all?
That's a possibility. We're still going to look at that, but we're going to make this work. But we know there are going to have to be cuts, so we're not going to get all this out of the water. Something's going to have to be balanced off somewhere. So we're looking at 40 to 50 people. We're going to try to keep as many as we possibly can. It's never an easy thing to tell someone that they don't have a job, that's been a faithful public employee for X amount of years. They haven't done anything wrong. They come to work every single day and they say, hey, we don't have a place for you anymore. That's the difficult part about this. That's the part you never get over.
How are the cuts going to be spread, and are there any departments which are like
Again,
police or anything like that? Which
we're
are
in the
exempt?
process of doing that through the notification. I don't want to say anything until we get the notifications out from our staff and personnel or what that's going to be, but we're in that process right now. So I couldn't tell you what a particular person name, and I wouldn't anyway, quite frankly. That's a civil service issue, and we're going to do that through the proper notification.
Some of the other things that were proposed were changes to code enforcement, things like snow removal. Are those still on the table?
Okay, the snow removal is still on the table, but there's going to be some cuts in public works when some of the inspectors, we said that from the very beginning, that some things are just, we know it's there. It's about 7 people in public works, around about 40 people in the park system, a couple of people someplace else. But we're going to work through it, we're going to try to save as many jobs as we can, but we know there's still going to be some major cuts.
When at least 5 or 6 members indicated that they would vote against your budget, did that have any impact on you to change the way the budget was structured?
Again, what I'm excited about with this budget is now that we're all on the same page. We all recognize we have a long-term problem. It's just a short fix. That's not going to get us where we need to be. But collectively, we're saying we have to fix the budget for the long term. We got 12 months to go through the budget, go through the departments, and see and measure what we're doing, and figure out what services we think are necessary for St. Louis County citizens.
When was the budget? When was this deal forged? Was it forged today? Was it forged a couple days
It's been coming
ago?
for quite some time. It's in the background, but again, it's talking with each member, understand what their desires, what we're trying to accomplish. But I think we accomplished what we wanted. We got 12 months to talk about it. We still made some cuts, some painful cuts. We still did some things that we didn't want to do, but we had to do to balance the budget, and we have done that. But most importantly, I'm really excited about that. We are all on the same page. We all understand that we only can do this together. We can't do this individually. It's a collective issue. And as you heard the council this evening, they all recognize we got a long-term structural budget problem that needs to be addressed.
Charlie, can we clarify something? At the beginning of the meeting,